Master Skywalker. What are we going to do?
I'm evil, bitch! Hello! Hello, and welcome to Red Shoe Media with me, Tom Elgie, and today it is my absolute pleasure to welcome back Mr. Ayden Wheeler.
Ayden Wheeler.
And today we are doing something that Ayden wanted to do. And in this special episode of Let's Talk Star Wars, we are going to be doing a sort of versus round, if you will, because me and Ayden have a little bit of a split opinion on the Star Wars movies. We both love Star Wars, we're both big Star Wars advocates, but there is a problem.
We do that at the same time. Basically, today we're going to have a bit of an argument because I don't like him.
Let me do it, he says.
We're going to have an argument because I like the prequels and he likes the originals, and we're going to fight it off, see which one's best. We're going to split this up into different categories. Category
1. Yes, the special effects in the Star Wars films are what make them, but the question is, which films did it better? And this is something that is quite it's heavy on one side, but the debate is there that some people do believe that Ayden's right. So, let's see. Let's talk special effects. So,
okay.
What is your defence of the prequels with the special effects?
Jar Jar.
Wait, that's a good thing?
Yes. For the time, a fully animated CGI character that looked good. That's like 16 years later.
What?
What? Although he might be annoying and step on poo and then laugh, which is pretty funny. You gotta admit
We'll get to that.
Poo. Hilarious.
You sound like George Lucas in the board meeting for episode 1. I got this idea.
Jar Jar is the key.
Jar Jar is the key to all this. I got this key. And it's Jar Jar. And you put it in the lock, and that's poo.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was how the meeting. Everyone's just sitting there.
And he's like, and I own this Skywalker Ranch, so this is your jobs.
He's gone mad.
I may have gone too far in a few places. Oh, you know, it's just Star Wars. You know, I don't care.
Yes, Jar Jar
Tangent.
is good. You can say he's annoying. It was
So what you're saying is he's a good character. He's not a good character, but the way they've done it with the effects, which is what this category is about. Let's be fair. We're going to keep it fair to that. It's about that. The effects are really well. Well, I'm going to say you're wrong.
Why?
Because he looks atrocious. Watching it back, he does not hold up today.
I would argue he does.
Yeah, I would argue he doesn't. Jar Jar Binks is not.
He does look good for CGI. It's just because you see him going, oh,
We're going underwater, okie day.
Please accept this with more humility and respect.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I don't think so. I think you're completely wrong. Whereas, in my original trilogy, the special effects are just because they hold up today.
They used a potato for an asteroid.
Yeah, exactly, and it looked fine. It holds up to this day. Practical effects always hold up. You look at the Death
Are
Star.
you sure you haven't watched the remastered edition?
Oh, I knew you would say that. No, the well, even to be fair, what is your argument with that though? Are you trying to say
that the reason why you think the special effects look good is because they've remastered them and they've redone all the explosions and shit and they've changed everything?
Well, yeah, but you have to ask the question: why did he change it?
Because they look shit.
That's just Oh fuck. Just gave you
I got him there.
But the special effects it's not about, you're talking about CG effects. Special effects covers the whole lot, and I'm thinking practical effects. And you have to be honest, the Star Wars original story of Star Wars was the defining thing in practical effects, in special effects in general. We wouldn't have special effects we have today without the effects used in the original Star Wars films. He defined it. He redefined the genre. He revolutionized cinema. He made the whole thing.
He made it all himself.
He did. Well, he did. He is the reason that we have the effects we have today. You wouldn't have the effects that we have in the films that we have now. Well, you might have it, but you'd have it a lot later because he brought it to the forefront so early on.
Also, the prequels don't even need sets.
And that's a good thing.
Yes, and half the things they're just walking around on the green screen going,
Yeah, and you can
that
tell.
lava planet, that looks real. I know there was little elements and crap.
Does
but
not
that looks
look- it
real.
does not look
It
real.
looks
It does
real.
not- I mean,
Have you
they're
been to a lava planet?
Are you kidding me? Have you?
Yes.
In my dreams, every night. Independence Day resurgence. No, but the thing is, if you look at the fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin,
Yes.
when they're floating around in the lava, it
Yeah.
looks like a loading screen for a 1990s game. Like
It does not.
it does. It's like
I
select
would
player
disagree.
1. Do, 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 do.
When this
This is the end for you, my master. Exactly. That
Ow,
looks,
my
that
back.
looks horrific.
Ow. Those little bits when they're going, whoa, and climbing up, their faces have been swapped.
Yeah,
They
that's
had that years before they made that.
Oh my god! You can't say.
Didn't have no
Yeah.
Snapchat.
You know what year that film came out? 2005. That was not a special thing. You admit, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll throw you a freaking bone. Because as was in episode 1, yeah, the effects, even though the rest
For
of it
their
was
time,
shite,
the CGI stuff.
yeah, the CGI stuff for the time was pretty strong. But then episode 2, it got a little bit worse. And in episode 3, it was same shit, different film. That was the problem. It wasn't, there's a whole, the opening scene is all a big CGI shot with the spaceships, changing the spaceship, like 10 minutes, isn't it? And it's meant to be this really big epic thing. But the reason it's not is because we've been having this stuff rammed down our throats for so much time before. Yeah, the problem I have with the clones is that they're not relatable in any way. And with the stormtroopers, because they were all real,
Because they're from New Zealand.
there wasn't South Africa.
Not South African.
It's South African.
No! I don't believe it. I am Jango Fett. I put on the helmet and I fly away. Up and go.
Up and go, Django.
Yeah.
Up and go, Django.
It's what they
Hashtag
call
up-
me back in Africa. Up and go, Django. They're like, up and I go. They're not South African. Do you know your accent?
Yes, I do. As you wish.
Yeah, no, as you wish. South African. The guys from South Africa.
Get on board.
Yeah, no. Bubba, get on the ship. I whoop your bottom. Up and go, Django.
So yeah, so what you're saying is that the CGI clones are an asset to this film.
Yes.
Right, okay, we'll let you stay in your fantasy there. I'd rather see less clones in an actual... It would hurt to put one in a suit. There wasn't a single suit made for that film.
That's how good the special... We're not talking about how it benefits the story, how it does this, how it up and goes.
Okay, so that's special effects. Who's won that then, do you think, in that debate? Because I don't think there's any... Do you think it's you? I think that if you take out the fact that it was revolutionised, I feel like you do have some good points. Although, it wasn't as revolutionary as the originals. And I do think the special effects in the prequels, they would have been so much better if they had done them now. If they were made now with the technology now. They tried to do something with technology that wasn't there. I said this in my Jungle Book review. The Jungle Book was made in the same way, a million times better, special effects wise. Characters in the original trilogy are very, very vital to the storytelling process, and we are given such characters as Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, I don't even need to say Princess Leia, all these characters that everybody knows and loves, and everybody continues to know and love to this day, proven in the fact that 30 years after they even appeared in a film, they can come back and this film becomes one of the biggest grossing films of all time. That is because you had the original cast back that people love, and the cast that they used to make these characters come to life was a brilliant, they had a really good insight into who was going to be good for the part, and they've all gone on to do other things as well. So, I feel...
Name one thing. Two things Mark Hamill was done since Star Wars.
The Joker.
That's the one I was thinking of. What's the second?
And the second one, there is something else.
You can't say himself in the Simpsons episode.
Damn! Comic-Con. Every year.
Every time.
Every time. Yes, I do. Every time.
But I think, where you're saying the characters and blah blah blah, there wasn't much development in the originals. So, you have Darth Vader, you always say, oh, he's amazing, it's cool, but what's he do? He just comes in and goes,
Yeah, but his development, they ended up making 3...
give me the rebel plans now!
They took Darth Vader's development and made 3 awful films about it. His Anakin to Darth Vader is I'm just moody, but I'm still a good guy. Still a good guy. Still a good guy. I'm just moody, and I'm still a good guy with you.
I'm just moody, still a good guy. Still a good guy.
Exactly.
Still a good guy.
It's like
I'm
that.
just moody, still a good guy. I'm evil, bitch.
Yeah, literally. And at the last minute, he turns out, and he's like, bang! And he turns.
But there is a hint of it there. Where he's always like, he's holding me
Oh,
back.
there's one line. Okay, 2 lines I can think of. There's
And then,
that Obi-Wan's jealous, he's holding me back, that little scene. And then there's, well, they should be made to. When they're sat on the grass of Naboo.
that's more than Darth Vader going,
No.
maybe I shouldn't kill my son.
Yeah, but you don't see it from Darth Vader's point of view. Something they did in The Force Awakens, which we're not talking about because that's not part of either of the trilogies. But
cheating.
what they did in The Force Awakens was they addressed that in the sense that they took Kylo Ren and they showed the conflict. That's because that hadn't been done before, because they didn't do that in the original trilogy. The reason they didn't do that in the original trilogy is because they were so busy in these 3 films trying to build up all these other characters that they're trying to get really more diverse and into the mindset. Han Solo, at the start, this is the biggest one, Han Solo. At the start of the trilogy, he's still like, I'm a scoundrel, you know, I'm Han Solo. And then by the end, you know, he goes through all the stuff and he's like, I love you, I know. And then at the end, he's the one who's all like, I love you. And he's all like, proper
Does
like...
he ever say that?
Yes, he does. And then she goes, I know. But
I
yeah,
must have missed it.
and then he goes, yeah, that's when they went outside and she's got the gun. And they're like,
Oh,
freeze!
yeah, the sneaky
He's like,
bit.
I love you. I know. I'm on coke. And her
All
development...
your characters had to be coke.
No, all of them didn't. Harrison Ford, I do not think was coked at the time. He may have been on something, but I don't think it was coke. Just a lot of sex. Chewy. Let's bump.
Sex. Up and go Django, that's what they called him. Ewan McGregor was a better Obi-Wan than Alec Guinness. I said it. It's out there.
But you wouldn't have Ewan McGregor's... I agree Ewan McGregor's great in that film. Probably the best thing about those films.
Definitely.
But without Ewan McGregor, without Alec Guinness, you wouldn't have that performance from Ewan McGregor. Because he was basing it on that. What's next?
I take me notes. Script.
Scripting.
Yes.
Was there a script for the prequels? There's an interview that I would like to point you to on the bonus features of episode 1,
Yes.
where George Lucas says, in his own words, the first table read of episode 1, he goes, and later I'm going to finish reading how to finish the script, and I believe he should have read that.
It was a joke.
I win.
I would argue that the prequels are more quotable.
Really?
Yes.
I wouldn't say that at all.
The whole fight on Mustafar, I could
You
quote
keep
that
coming back to this
whole
fight.
thing. Because they up and go.
Stop doing that. It's really fucking irritating. Not on my channel.
It's mine now.
It's everyone's. It's Red Shoe Media. There's no name attached to it. I just front run it.
I could wear red shoes.
I always wear red shoes. Apart from when I wear my Star Wars ones. Original trilogy Star Wars shoes.
What? Right, let's see how
They
many
haven't-
original trilogy toys you have. You have one, and it's fuking Anakin as a kid. That's
You
the
mean
first
prequel
one.
trilogy, you mean?
That's what I meant. What did I say?
The original trilogy. But
I meant prequel.
One? Are you serious?
Are there any other prequels?
There's Anakin as a kid, and it's only because I got that at Disneyland when I was really young. And I've
He
got...
was your favourite.
No, he was not.
Now this is pod racing.
See, you're just helping my case here.
That's quotable.
So, you think you can quote that better than I can?
Yes.
Very well. What we will do then, because we haven't got time for it now, we will do a special episode where we sit down and we quote off for as long as it takes. Literally, he'll say a quote from the prequels, I say a quote from the originals, and what will happen is we'll go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and we'll keep going, and you know, it's a penny for one, a penny for all sort of thing, until one of us define that that person is the winner. But yeah, quotable, I don't agree with you at all on that. I think that the prequels are not as quotable as the original ones.